Ontario claims this tax cut help you, but developers profit. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back and let's get into it. Let's unlock real estate. Ontario just announced a massive tax cut on new construction and called it housing affordability relief. And I had the same reaction you probably did. Finally, prices are coming down. But here's the thing. I pulled the number on an actual pre-con project in Mississauga and the prices didn't move a single dollar. So today we are following the money to find out exactly who this policy is really saving. So let's start at the surface. Everyone knows new construction in Ontario is expensive. Development charges, HST, land transfer. By the time a builder stacks all that up, something like 20-30% on a sticker price on a new condo is literally just government fees. So when Ontario announces they are cutting development charges, slashing HST on new builds, making it cheaper to build, that's headline right itself. Affordability relief, right? Prices should drop. But that's what I thought too. So I went and looked at a pre-construction project launched last year, still selling unit. Mississauga itself rolled out a 50% development charges reduction starting last year, and it is gonna go through till January 2027. That's not a small number. On a typical condo unit, we are talking tens of thousands of dollars in saving for the builder. And the asking price on this project, identical, didn't move. Not a 5 grand, not 10 grand, same number. So where did the money go? Right? Where did the money go? Here's where you got to do the math with me for a second. A mid-sized condo developer in the 905 corridor or 416 corridor right now is carrying construction financing somewhere around 7, 8, 9% depending upon annualized. On a project that takes 3 to 4 years from permit to occupancy minimum, which is the norm. The financing cost alone is eating their marginal lives. Developer are used to borrowing at 2-3%. The world is gone, so their margin collapsed, thin paper. They're underwater. So the government hand them a development charge cut. And instead of passing it to the buyer, they directly apply it directly to the hole in their balance sheet. That's it. That's the whole move. And honestly, I get it. I don't love it, but I get it. Because here's the layer underneath that. If developers can't survive financially, they will not build. And if they don't build, the supply chain crisis in the 905 gets worse, way worse. We are already sitting at a near record low condo sales in GTA. Prices have dropped high. So the government is basically choosing, do we let the supply pipeline collapse altogether or do we quietly bail out the developers so at least some of these towers get finished? But calling that housing affordability relief for buyer, come on. That's just the math which they are playing with. And here's what bothered me even more when I dig another level down. The development charge revenue that municipalities were collecting, Mississauga, Brampton, these cities, that money paid for infrastructure, roads, transit, water system, and the stuff that make density livable. You cut that revenue, the municipalities still need to build the infrastructure. So either they borrow more money, raise property taxes, or let the infrastructure degrade. The cost doesn't disappear. It shifts from the developer to the city to every property owner already paying taxes there. So a first-time home buyer in Mississauga, let's assume, doesn't get a cheaper condo or property, but they might get a higher property tax in 5 years to pay the roads around that property. So you following? Now look, if you are sitting there thinking about buying pre-con right now, here's how I would think about it. The list price is not moving because of this policy. So you need to calculate your value of the other factors. What other factors? Let's figure it out. Compare the pre-con prices per square foot against the resale in the same building or the nearby property or same area. Right now in a lot of Mississauga, Brampton, Toronto corridor, resale condos are trading at a discount pre-con prices. Sometimes 15-20% cheaper for something you can move into today. That math has to work in your favor before you sign anything. Developer still needs to make money. Don't forget that they are not doing here or doing you any favor. And nobody has a crystal ball where rates or supply land by the time your pre-con closes in 2028. That's real risk you are absorbing. So when a government says we are cutting taxes on new construction to help you afford a home, follow the money. Ask who is holding the debt. Ask who is holding keeping the saving. Ask what happened to your property tax bill when the municipality development charges revenue loses. The property policy might be necessary. The framing is dishonest. Keep on learning, keep on hustling, keep on growing. And if you are looking to buy, sell or invest, reach out to me. I'm your guy Ashish Sharma, realtor from Right at Home Realty. Have a good one.